Hello everyone, welcome back to Guru TV. I'm your host Jason Sutton from the Danarator Golf School, and today's show we're going to talk about body motion. We've talked a lot in the past about what the hands and arms do and the role that they play in the golf swing. Today we're going to talk about how does our body move throughout the golf swing, and really how is the pivot affecting what the club does. So what I'm going to show you is a couple of things as I back up here into my spot. As we set up to the ball, you'll see I have a dowel rod that's up basically at the same angle as my right leg, and then I have one just outside my left foot, which is what I call my slide line or my sway line. Because what we see here at the golf school and a lot of my lessons is a couple of things, and really this is going to help you with your body pivot and maybe a couple of misconceptions. Is as you take the club away, we see a lot of people slide too much to the right with their hips. Whether they're trying to keep their head still too much and shift their weight, you'll see swings that look like this. So we get that reverse spine angle position, which really robs you of a lot of power in your golf swing. So understand that the backswing pivot is purely from the waist up. So when we set up to the ball, we're always going to have just a slight bit of tilt away from the target with the spine. As we take the club away, I'm basically going to let my arms swing back and let my shoulders wind themselves into the backswing. This is what shifts your weight. A lot of people try to shift their weight with their lower body, you're going to have some trouble. So we want to make sure that all we're doing is winding ourselves up and maintaining the same spine angle as we started. You can see that my right hip has simply gone behind me. Very, very important. At this point, I could literally pick my left foot up off the ground very easily. It gives me a nice position to start my downswing. As we get to the top, all we're doing is simply winding our left shoulder behind the golf ball. And this is a great exercise that all you guys can do out there is put a club across the chest, wind up, get the shaft behind the golf ball, let your left arm hang down and point. You should point just inside your right foot, inside your right knee. So the right leg stays nice and stable. There's no sliding. There's no straightening of the right leg and so forth. We're just going to wind ourselves up into a nice platform behind the golf ball. We call that loading up. Into the transition, which is where a lot of people go wrong. As we start down, most of you over the toppers are going to start from the top and unwind the shoulders too soon. That tends to get the club coming in a little bit too high in the plane. You're going to cut across the golf ball. This is where it's very important as we start down, is that we start with a small lateral move of the lower body, and that's going to bring that right arm down into the slot and close the gap between my right elbow and my right hip. So it's just a little move down to the downswing. I'm not leaning back too much, but I'm definitely not getting too much on top of the ball. So it's just a nice little shift. You can see my left hip gets very close to the slide line, and at that point my left hip will start to rotate. My left leg will start to straighten or post up, and that's going to bring my hands forward into a nice impact position, as you can see. So let me do it very slow again. Upper body winds, the chest winds up, right hip goes behind. First move is a slight move to the left. Drop it in, unwind the left side. You can see my head still slightly behind the golf ball. I have not ran into the post in front of me, so we don't want to have too much slide going forward, which could cause you to release the club early or throw the club early in the downswing as well. We want to make sure we're coming in, nice little rotation, gives me a great impact position, and then we're up and through into a nice position in balance into your finish. So try this drill with the club across your chest, maybe in a mirror. You don't want to have a whole lot of side-to-side movement. I like to have about a half a head to the right movement at the most, and really recenter the head and then let it go. So any more than that, you're going to have some trouble getting that divot in front of the golf ball. So let me know how this goes. Check the blog out at golfgurutv.com, and I'm going to see you next time on Guru TV.